Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check brought to you by BB. There is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about these markets. Welcome, guys. Happy Thursday. Another week seems to be absolutely flying by. But welcome, guys. Nonetheless, you have really shown up and smashed the like button for us this week. I'm going to ask you to do that again in just a second. But first, I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Max Tucker and Chef Jackus. Welcome, guys. Just like the audience, I hope you as well have had a phenomenal week. It has been a very volatile one with lots of trading opportunity. Or, if you can't stay off the perpies, it could be the exact opposite for you, given some of this lower time frame market volatility that we have been experiencing across pretty much all markets right now. So before we can dive into the charts a little bit more granularly, we can talk about high time frame, low time frame. I'm going to ask you guys to slam, smash, or hammer that like button, whatever you need to do to get yourself juiced up enough to click the mouse on that thumbs up button this Thursday morning. But welcome, guys. I wish the magic tech gods and all of their algos did not ask us to smash the like button in the way that we have to, but it is unfortunately something I will continue to ask you guys to do. Or fortunately, I hope you guys at least enjoy hitting the like button sometimes. But we can go ahead and dive right in. Like I said, happy Thursday, guys. We are seeing quite a bit of green in the market today on the back of a very strong unemployment print. This is something that we were talking about last week, right? What were the odds that the unemployment data that we saw last week was simply an anomaly that exacerbated obviously a yen carry trade unwind driven dump, whatever verbiage you want to use to describe it, right? But it makes it seem potentially like the dump that we had earlier this week was an overreaction. So where will we go from here? Where will Bitcoin and equities trade over the weekend? Obviously next week as well, but we are seeing quite a bit of green across the board. Bitcoin and ETH up almost 7%. Solana, of course, outperforming both of them, up almost 10% on the day. And another day where equities are mean reverting higher after, like I said, a dump that we had to start the week. So, guys, I'd love to get y'all's thoughts on the markets, what we are seeing. Not just, like I said, on a lower time frame, but also on a higher time frame. We are seeing some very gnarly pumps to start today and heading into the weekend. Will this momentum sustain into Friday, into next week? What do we think?
It will. I mean, what are we talking about here?
I mean, do we even need to run the show today? I don't know. I mean, I feel like we could just put up Agar and watch bear liquidations. And that would be a pretty good show today.
I would love that. That'd be great. That would be wonderful.
I mean,
what do you got here, Max? What do you got on the screen there?
I mean, boys were pumping. So, I mean, boys were pumping. So, listen, I made a few moves and a few adjustments this morning, right after the New York Open. I'm going to preface with this. Boys, we are pumping. But I will say there is still a little bit of room to be cautious from a timing perspective. I think there's a greater than not probability that the bottom is in. My hedges are closed. I'm allergic to stable coins again. I'm effectively redeployed. I'm not, as Tommy will say, and I love this, I will not hero bid beta quite yet. But I will hero bid alpha because I feel as though in an uncertain time or a market that is attempting to prove its worthiness to the upside, I feel comfortable taking on the risk of bidding alpha, bidding large caps, and then slowly, as I feel more confident that this is legit, and I do think it is legit, but I'm just being a little bit cautious from a timing perspective, then I will full stack bid my beta. Okay. Now, to be clear, I'm overwhelmingly long beta already. Like any certified financial planner or CFA or anybody that has gone to school for money management would look at my portfolio and recommend a frontal lobotomy. Okay, an ice pick through the eye. There's the only one logical decision for a man that has a portfolio weighting like me, and that's to be institutionalized, probably in a straitjacket. But for my own relative portfolio and risk management, I'm still overwhelmingly long beta, but my redeployment so far has not gone into beta quite yet. Okay, but it has gone into alpha. Yep, I did bid Wolf recently. I did. I've got a nice juicy bid going on Wolf, right? But I'm talking like throwing like deep six figures into beta. I'm not talking about taking a few little stabs here and there. So let's just be clear on what I'm talking about. Brother. Yonks, you're a clown, bro.
Last time Max was,
Yonks, you're a clown, bro.
Did we tank from 25K? Like what?
He's a clown, bro.
We've all been rolled up since
he came here to troll me, man.
Yeah.
Dude, look who's pocket watching me. Some guy's got it's a pretty public wallet at this point. Just
they like to write fan fiction about our positioning, Max. You should know that by now.
You know that better than anybody, Tommy.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite part about that is? It's like I can tell some people don't watch like every show, or they tune in like once a week to like our tweets or like stuff like that. You know how quick these markets change? We were at 70K like 10 days ago, and then we were at 50K like a week after that, and now we're like 9,000 points off the low. It's like you can't really hold somebody to a bias in crypto for more than like a few days, given how fast things are changing. So people be like, last time he was bullish, we knew. Like, brother, you should have seen me hedging and jeeting at 64.7. Like, all the receipts are in the Discord. You're a clown, bro. You're not just a clown, you're the whole circus. That's what you are. All right. Anyways, yeah, I'm being a little bit cautious from a timing perspective because I recognize that like it can take a little bit to carve out a bottom, but I am overwhelmingly net long. I am slowly becoming less cautious as we move up a little bit. But I closed my hedges in the low 50s, and my stable coins have been more or less getting redeployed since then. So we'll see. There's still definitely some work to be done, like no question about it. But yeah, this fractal right here helped me sniff it out at 65K that something was going on, and I've kept this fractal up, and I feel as though I used it to help me catch the dump. I should use it to help me catch the buyback, but that doesn't mean immediate V recovery, but I think it does mean recovery, and that's what we're seeing right now. So we'll see. I might be shoving beta soon. Clearly, some of you guys are watching my wallet, as the comments would suggest. I feel like everybody knows it at this point. Like, it just got out, the Andy position and stuff. It just, there were a couple guys they made like going to expose Max, and then they're like, he bought up all this supply, he's going to dump on you. And then I just never dumped. And they're like, oh, well, we doxed his wallet, but he actually didn't do the scummy thing that we lied about and said he was going to do, and he didn't do it. So it's all good. You guys can watch. That saying, the bowler, he's like, love me or hate me, you watched. That's all you could do. And people pocket watch. I'm like, all right, you can watch. That's fine. Fingers crossed, I guess. But all right, let's keep it moving.
Maybe Max, you wanna discuss that fractal from yesterday? And we are pumping
like 1,000 fractals per day, Jackass. You're gonna have to be more specific than that.
No, there is one specific one we did after the show.
Oh, Is it the one that Tucker made that you stole from him and then tweeted out? Is it that one?
Basically.
You want to talk about that one?
Maybe.
Let's do it. I'll do it right now, Jackus. I will not hesitate to do it. I will not hesitate.
Best trader I know said, I'll stop using fractals when they stop working.
Study.
But there is also a good way to use fractals and a bad way, of course. So
yes, there is.
Just
You're
like
right,
anything, right?
Oh, we got a nice super chat, boys.
Yeah, just reading it.
I love it, man.
Inshallah, BB
Inshallah.
BBs. That's so good.
So, I mean, this is kind of elite right here. So Tucker made this fractal all on his own, and Jackus stole it because Jackus is a KOL.
What they do?
He's looking to get engagement. You know, he wants free tokens, all that kind of stuff.
Free tokens.
Patriots are in control.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. By the way, Jackus was the architect of this fractal, and Tucker stole it. And Tucker also caused Japan to get liquidated. So that's fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If your portfolio is getting liquidated, blame Tucker too, guys. It's all on him nowadays.
I'll take it.
He's got big shoulders. He can take it.
I can handle it. It'll be fine.
All right. Crypto Maxi, thank you so much, man. That's a huge super chat. That's awesome. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate the support. That's a big one. Says, hate me or love me, you watch. That's all you could do. Inshallah, BB Habibis. Y'all are the fucking goats. We're fun pump to vol halal together. LFG, pack your bags. Thank you so much. All right, let's do this. Let's mark this up a little bit. Let's mark this up. Let's start with a little baby trend line right here, okay? We're going to just ignore that and call that a deviation because that's what that was. And here, I'll mark this up just so you guys don't forget what this is. This is Amazon, and we'll just say like 2010, okay? Amazon in 2010. And this is Russian Ponzi Ethereum now. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to do this. Actually, it's kind of hard to see. I think I'll put a colored box there instead. But basically, like little sweepy of the highs. We'll make that blue. Okay. Do something like this. Pretty close. I mean, guys, what are we talking about here? I'm doing it a little differently.
I like that.
But more or less the same.
Like on its own, it's really just a perfect monthly retest. But like combined with everything else, it's just such a golden opportunity. And I will once again have to say this. How could you look into your son's eyes in a few years and tell him you did not buy this monthly retest before the ultimate bull run? Couldn't be me. Freakish behavior.
That could never be me. That makes me sick to my stomach to think about. You know,
I never went into cash until I got stopped, and then I immediately bought back in.
Study. I mean, this is pretty spooky, right? Like, this is really interesting. Oh
no. No.
Jackus, I have a question for you.
Imagine telling this to your son.
Jackus, you had another fractal of ETH versus, was it the NASDAQ or was it?
Yeah,
what was
NASDAQ.
It was the Nasdaq.
Nasdaq.
Was it the same time period as this, or?
Yeah.
All right,
It was post. That's why Amazon fits very well too, because obviously Nasdaq was from the same period. But the thing is with Nasdaq was that it was actually the same levels, like same absolute numbers and same percentage drop and everything. If you calculate it, it's like the same.
Was it right here?
No, it's like the whole thing. The whole thing. Like from the top of the market to the bottom.
Oh, wait. Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my.
He's seen the.
I see it.
That just clicked for me.
Finally.
Okay.
Look at the numbers.
Oh my.
Look at the numbers at the top of Nasdaq.
Yeah, the numbers are the craziest part.
Okay, we're gonna mark out the numbers. Hang on, guys. Let me fit this real quick. Okay. So we're gonna put it on ETH first. So all-time high, 48.67. We're gonna put this low on from the bear market, and that was, depending on your exchange, roughly that. Okay. Nasdaq. Oh my. Oh my. This is really interesting.
Is it clicking for you, Anon, just yet?
This is pretty wild. Okay, let's see the low now. Wow, really similar. Yeah, that's crazy. And
the
then this little
percentage
drop
the
right
same.
here, like this has to be
exactly,
because you kind of look at this as like your previous mega demand right here. And I'm going to label that mega demand, and then someone owes me 5 cents. I don't care who pays it, but I get a royalty every time it's said. So someone just me, it's fine.
Someone just paid you $50, man.
Not enough. That's not enough. More for mega demand.
That right there is what I was talking about this morning with the Chads when I basically discussed that Ethereum could roll back into the range. A lot of these can roll back into the range, but it's just a retest of the support line there. And just like what he's showing there on NASDAQ, that's what I'm expecting from a lot of these, including Bitcoin. I'm expecting to go up, tap 60, roll back over for Bitcoin. Expecting Ethereum to come back up, retest its low there. I think it was like 20.
This is pretty crazy.
Like then roll again.
I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close.
I think it will be perfect though. That's the thing. I think it will legit roll back over just like that and then run.
That is wild. That's, I mean, I have one question for you about this, Jackus. Here you go.
Yeah, there it is. What are we even talking about?
No idea.
No,
that's pretty wild. If this plays out, Jackus, you might be goated forever. Forever.
I don't think so, because when it plays out, right, and then I'll say, hey, it's time to cheat, people will be like, what are you talking about? You're so fucking stupid. Get out of here.
You're only as good as
people will not
trade,
remember.
Jackus.
You're not even as good as your last trade. You're only as good as like
your last
the current sentiment.
You're only as good as somebody remembering one thing you said and not following your opinions closely.
Basically.
I am not sad, Manish. I'm just exhausted. It's been a long week. And yeah, we leave and the entire market shits itself. And everybody starts crying. And then shitcoins start rugging because even they're fucking panicking. It's ridiculous.
Will can't even go to have a nice vacation at Disney World, man. Market had to rug.
Yeah.
Crazy. I want everyone to study this real quick. Okay. This is
He told me it.
Yeah, Tommy did, Max. This is just super simple, quick. The quarterly chart from previous all-time high quarterly close to when we break it. Okay. Okay. It's 12 bars. It's 12 quarters until you put in the candle where you just bust through. That would be Q4. Okay. So more Q4 confluence. That is when we just boom. All right. Every time.
Markets are risking, man. Markets are risking hard right now. I will say this. I know we've been very bulled up on Solana, and I think we'll continue to be bulled up on Solana, but I think this is where ETH BTC starts to flip. I think this is the zone. This is the final year, the final leg, the Valhalla move for Ethereum. And I think that people need to play this smart, man. They need to play this smart. I'm buying L1s for right now, and I'll be looking for the next shitcoin to be dabbling in with that L1. So that's how I'm positioned at the moment. I'm much heavier L1s than I am shitcoins at the moment. I want to see what kind of pops off.
What's been going on with Sol, Will? Why is it up 10% every day? I literally don't even know. Like, what is going on? That's not even a joke of a question.
It's almost like it's wash trading though. It goes up 10%, goes down 10%, goes up 10%. They just keep running it sideways. It's actually fucking annoying, but I mean, eventually it'll break out of this range. That's the thing. It's a falling structure. Falling structures are good for price action. It means that you're getting washed out of your positions. But I think that looking at this overall, yeah, and it's very similar for ETH. I think the ETH BTC pair is put in a bottom too. I know we've heard that many times, not from me, but I genuinely think it has at this point.
If you haven't called ETH BTC bottom at least 10 times yet,
I have not called it since.
I have proudly called ETH BTC bottom every day for 6 months. Proudly.
I think this is my first time. If I'm wrong, then somebody quote me where I've said it before. But I think this is the ETH BTC pair bottom, and this is my first time quoting it.
There's so many memes that you could just put this is the ETH BTC bottom over. Like so many memes.
It should hit differently from somebody who hasn't stated it. I think it should hit differently than somebody who has stated it 450,000 times.
No. 550,000 times.
Oh man, guys.
Every morning I wake up and I say ETH BTC bottom is in. You wouldn't get it. You simply would not understand.
No. Let me get the chart, Tucker. Let me get the chart.
Hold on. This is what I will. I'm done.
Yes.
I remember Tucker talking about this a really long time ago.
Yes. And I was the bear, Tommy. I was the bear. I said, and I think Ben Cohen said it too, but this
Tucker, can you turn your mic up a little bit? You sound like it's a little more quiet than I feel like it should be.
Talking in a closet.
Damn it.
Just turn it up.
Because I'm literally yelling.
Yell more then.
How do I turn it up?
Just bring it closer to your face.
Wait, hang on. Boom, 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 boom. Is that loud?
Tell me the BTC bottom is in.
Speak into the mic.
The BTC bottom is not quite in yet. It's not quite in.
I mean, it sounds fine. It's just a little bit
I think
quiet.
it is. So
I'm literally right next to it, man.
Yeah, you're good right there.
That's fine.
You really got to get close to this thing. That's kind of crazy. All right. Look, this is what we talked about. Okay, this is what we talked about. Right, like maybe I need to change the colors for you guys, but like,
hey, Fox said it best right there.
What?
TY
Put your mic in your mouth, yeah,
and scream.
This, like, it just always looked like it was gonna pull this little scam pump, and then there's your bottom, and then it's not gonna do the same thing. I bet you it's way more violent and way more. It's not gonna have this. I mean, what was this, like 19 to
It's gonna
that's
snap back,
2
brother.
years. Yeah, this is 2 years, guys. It's not gonna take 2 years. You're gonna speed run this, right? You just had this little consolidation breakdown, whatever. But
All right, Tucker. Let me get this screen real quick.
here, I
All
got
right?
you. I got you.
I'm gonna show you what's going on here. So you see ETH BTC right here. You see ETH BTC. Mega demand. Right.
Will, you owe me money.
Mega demand.
5 cents.
You see Bitcoin right here. Mega demand. Right. Now I could hit the replay, but I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna clear it. And yeah, mega demand, retest once, retest twice, boom. Mega demand, retested once, might get a second retest, but I think this holds. I think this absolutely holds. I think what you should be targeting here is breaking above the 6, then tap into 8, then tap into 12, and then possibly going higher. Right? We'll see. It might just top out where it topped before. In reality, I'm not gonna sit here and be, I think you have better odds with shitcoins than you do of ETH BTC breaking out. I think they might top in a very similar spot. That's kind of the issue here. But I think with that being said, you've tapped all your liquidity at this where a liquidity zone, right? You tapped everything. You tapped your left side and you tapped your right side. You're using it as current support. And you have a bull flag forming on the high time frame if this plays out, right? You got tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, and tap 4 right here. So I would ideally say ETH BTC is bottomed here. Not, I didn't say it up here. I didn't say it up here. I didn't say anywhere's up here. I think it has here because you come into that zone of heavy liquidity, heavy bid. The same thing Bitcoin did over here, heavy liquidity, heavy bid, and then Bitcoin flew, right? Bitcoin had its villain arc already, even if it goes higher. Ethereum's going to have its villain arc relatively soon, in my opinion, by the way this chart is set up. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that.
Will, when you say soon, what do you mean by soon?
Well, I would say, put it like this. Where Bitcoin bottomed here, how long did it take to get all the way up to the top here? 274 days. So probably that whole next year.
Yeah.
Whole next year of upside for Ethereum. If the 4-year cycle plays, if the 4-year cycle breaks, I don't freaking know what that means for Ethereum. That's gonna be bad, which means that we'll probably end early, right? If it breaks.
So Will, I'm sorry to have to do this because you're cooking, but I actually have to go back to Tucker's chart and I have to put in a special request from Tucker.
Ooh.
Tucker, if you could be so kind to go to Lean Hog Futures, and then maybe we could look at Dynamite Futures after. Yeah. So, guys, this is the most important chart in the world right now. This is the Lean Hog Futures chart. High Kanashi candle settings on the 10-second time frame. Yep, no soybeans today. You guys haven't even earned soybeans today. Soybeans would be like if the likes were low, but still a decent amount. This is just, I got nothing to even say to this. I mean, Crypto Maxi is over here giving us $50 super chats, telling everybody to like, and everybody's just here just like absorbing. What can BB do for me? That's what everybody's asking, is what can BB do for me? Not what can I do for BB? That's what everybody's doing right now. So guys, quick reminder, if you are enjoying the content, if you are enjoying the show, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us grow. We wouldn't badger you every single day and threaten and torture you with Lean Hog Futures and soybean futures charts if it didn't make a big difference. We are about to hit 20K on YouTube. And honestly, you can help us get there by liking the video. More people see it. Also, if you are watching on Twitter, guys, if you are watching on X, you have a super secret special function where you can hit the heart button and also hit the retweet button, guys. A retweet is like 5 likes in one. The YouTube crowd doesn't have that, but I mean, they could tell a friend, they could share with their family, whatever. But Tucker, is there a Lean Habibi futures that we could?
Ooh,
their ticker for Lean Habibi futures?
I wish, man.
Yeah, straight up for Lean Habibis. But Yeah, guys, please do us the solid. The mega cap tech overlords determined a while ago that the only way that we grow is not by a measure of the quality of content that we put out, which is premiere. It doesn't measure that. It's just an arbitrary amount of likes. That's it. And it sucks. But I need you to all take a moment, hit that heart button, hit that like button, hit that retweet button, and subscribe if you're new here. Let's see what we're at. Yeah, smash through 200. What are we even talking about? Let's get back to the show. Will, you're back on the stage.
Yeah, no, just saying. When I say soon, obviously, you know, let's say we play out just like Bitcoin did previously. Let's just let's say it takes this long to break out. 135 days will remain relatively low here, which means Bitcoin. That's honestly, if we end up doing that and we cycle out like we normally do, all this means to me is that Bitcoin's going to hit its 80 to 100K marker, if not higher, maybe 150, and so on and so forth. And Ethereum's just going to keep up with it, right? And that would be just kind of remaining relatively ranged here. And then at some point, Ethereum here, I would say within this 135-day marker, somewhere's Ethereum will start to outpace Bitcoin. It'll just be the breakout range. Once you break out above here, it will be much more obvious for people that Ethereum's outpacing Bitcoin. But by that time, you're already significantly higher in Ethereum pricing, right? Like this retest here, this was the retest you really wanted to catch, right? This is your low range retest. Like anytime you were to come into this range for Ethereum, what a lot of people aren't seeing here is what this thing's going to swing into.
Will, can you get closer to your mic now?
Sorry.
Someone said they're having trouble hearing you. We're having all kinds of mic issues today.
You guys can't hear me?
That sounds better.
I got a little bit
sounds
of
much
raspy
better.
voice.
You got to get close to it.
From
Everybody can get my good old computer mic.
You actually need a new mic though, bro. Like,
do I need a new mic?
Well, I can hear you. It just doesn't sound that crispy. Like when I'm with you in person,
you don't have that bass, Tommy.
Yeah, you've got that deep, like the deep.
He's using a laptop mic, bro.
It's like warm, like honey. You know, it's like.
But nobody says they can't hear me.
But then when you're talking to me now, I'm like, he's like on a trucker radio. You know, it's like.
You know what you need.
I'll get a mic when I get my new apartment here.
Tommy, you need the shirt mic since you do the intros. The one you just put on your shirt and talking to. But what I wanted to say here, sorry about my voice. What I wanted to say here is like nobody's paying attention to the bid that's continually occurring in this range. And all this is price going like this for now. That's eventually going to do one of these, right? It's going to do one of these. It's just like when Ethereum was bidding down here, everybody's like, this thing's a piece of shit. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to sit here and do nothing. And why would I buy it? And then all of a sudden, you get the rip, right, on Ethereum. And I think that that's what's coming for Ethereum and has not happened yet. I think we're still kind of in here for ETH, the boring stage where nobody wants to bid this shit.
I just bid it this morning. I'm happy to bid it.
Everybody says it's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. We call this, for those in the audience, what we call this is accumulation. This is accumulation. It's vertical accumulation. That's all it is. Simply put. I think that if we didn't have the COVID era, we would have just simply got the retest, right? But we got the COVID era, which pretty much brought it back down to its knees at the lows. And I don't think it's going to hit its lows again. I think just a lot of people are anticipating that. Ethereum has shown immense strength through all this volatility. And I think that, looking at price here, I think Ethereum looks really freaking good, man. I'm actually very bold up from here on Ethereum. And here's the thing, everybody say it's overpriced, yada, yada, yada. It's the only other asset other than Bitcoin that has ETFs. I mean, what can you say about that, right? I think that's a strong indication of possible, possibility that it's gonna
we're pumping. Boys, we're pumping.
Boys.
I love how they spelled my name. Trami.
Boys, we're pumping.
The Walmart version of Trami.
Snorkel and Trami.
One thing I did want to point out here too is everything's kind of coming up and retesting. Like Rivian, for instance, right? This was my support I wanted to hold. It broke through it, came back up, retested. This thing could very easily go like this, right? And then another one too that I wanted to point out was the same thing with Bitcoin. Everybody's all in on Bitcoin right now. Maybe it pumps from here, maybe it doesn't. But I would ideally watch this 60K range, this green line, right? Because here's the thing. They can very easily do this and then rerun the low and stay below the mid-range. And then everybody's going to be shit in the bed if they come back down and then run it into a W formation. So I want to point out the obvious for people that, you know, maybe don't see it as obvious. And then same thing here with Ethereum. And here's the funny thing. If they form that low on Bitcoin, I would ideally, I don't think it'll be 2025. It could be very, very much the same way. This thing kind of picks back up, hits, rejects, comes back down, higher low structure. They're all going to be higher low structures, in my opinion. I don't think that you're going to get a lower low. I think what you're going to get from here, if we get a breakdown back at resistance, because this was a solid support for Ethereum. Bitcoin coming back up and retesting these support ranges and not expecting some kind of rejection, at least not expecting it or having it in your cards, I think is not a good thing. You should have this in your cards that this could potentially reject here, come back down, form a higher low structure, and then break out. Right? That's what I think a lot of these are going to do. Just like how you showed with the NASDAQ there, where they double bottom basically, but higher low structure. I think that's what's coming for a lot of this. I think a lot of this is going to come up. It's going to hit its levels, and it's going to, I mean, even Rivian's showing this same exact thing. Look at the hesitation here at 15. It's heavy hesitation here. Like they're not wanting to push this above. And Lucid right here smacked right on resistance. Once you get below this range, this is the area where you want to be like, oh shit, I need to pay attention because they could wash me at this range. And so I'm not saying you shouldn't be bidding here, because I think if you bid here, you got a good bid range, right? No point in selling. But I think if you're bidding at 60, you could ideally see some more volatility before you end up breaking out. That's the one caution that I have right now. But like, again, I never flipped back to cash. I woke up getting ready to go to Disney, and I had like a million alerts of being stopped out of many positions because I had 57K as like my support line for Bitcoin. And I started ideally setting up support lines on all my other assets that I could get kicked out of. Obviously rode shit coins down to zero. On some of them. Once I rode down really freaking low and took massive hits on. But when I got stopped out of this position, I just woke up and I was like, all right, buying this. And I just rebought all my positions. Obviously a lot lower, but bought them when I woke up. I didn't have buys set in place, which was good because I got good pricing. But ideally, I would say here, like, just watch for a pit roll maneuver. Watch for a pit roll maneuver potential here. Just that higher low structure breakout. Even if they ideally came back down to 53, 52, it's still higher low from 48, 49, right? You're not, I don't think that they're not ideally going to fill these wicks. I think these wicks are filled, but I do think that this is hard resist, hard support. I think the same thing with Ethereum. I mean, look how long it's set up here. If you're saying this isn't support, I don't know what to tell you. Now formed resistance. So, you know, you got to watch for that potential rollover before a breakout occurrence. So I'm just telling the audience, if you're looking for a bid area, not telling you to sell, I would ideally be looking to bid the rollover if it does roll over. But that's my thoughts.
Jackus, you're off mute.
Yes, sir. I am here.
From across the room.
You sounded so far away. Jackus, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
What's up?
Talk to me about anything you want to talk to me about. Just talk to me.
Boys, we're pumping.
Should we
You
get it
missing
pumping?
my voice already? That
Jackus, how did
European
this-
voice, Euro scalper.
But you Euro scalped the bottom is what you did. You Euro scalped the Pico bottom on Bitcoin and ETH and I think Sol.
Yes.
And I think also Andy. And you're
Yes.
still looking for $1,000, just like all the Euro scalpers, right?
You're not interested in 10x, right, Will? Like you only want 100x.
Look, I'll negotiate for 8 to 10. Okay, we can negotiate those levels. But if you're talking 35% moves, I'll go to stocks for that.
So here's the thing.
Boys, we're pumping.
He just muted himself.
Go to the weekly time frame. Sorry about that.
Can't hear you.
Yeah. No,
I,
you
th-
can hear
I
me
think
now.
I think if we reclaim 60K here, bears are losing their case,
Will
which
they
I
lose
think they
everything?
already have. They're gonna become fatherless, as
Oh
Will
no.
says.
Oh crap. Tucker, can you go to the weekly for us? Just change that
Of
chart to
course.
weekly.
Of course.
I want everyone to study the weekly candle.
Look at that thing.
Now, everybody, just do me a favor. Maybe you're listening at work. Maybe you're at home. Maybe your wife is like, "Get off your damn phone and help me change this dirty diaper." And you secretly have an AirPod in and you're listening. I need you to take your phone out of your pocket. I need you to pull up YouTube on your work computer if you're watching us while you're in your cubicle. And I need you to study this visual right here. What I'm trying to say is there's no excuse for not looking at this right here. Okay. I need you to look at this weekly candle. This may be looked back on as the ultimate shakeout of this cycle for Bitcoin. It wasn't, it was
Yes.
painful going down to 58K back in May, or it was April or May, the first drop. Then it really sucked going down to low to mid 50s in July. This was unexpected for most, extremely painful, so much FUD, so much fear, gut wrenching. It was not just one shakeout. It wasn't just two shakeouts, but three shakeouts. How many more times do you need to be shown and proved that there is demand for Bitcoin in the mid 50s?
I will say this though, Max, before we get it too much into the monologue. Study April and look at that pullback. And then the breakout and then the pullback again.
There is
That's what a lot of
right
bears
here.
are thinking.
This
right
is
now.
what demand looks like. I'm not saying it's a guarantee vertical up only from here, but I'm saying this buyback, the fear and doubt and the degree of the shakeout that we just had, in my opinion, was biblical. It was certainly historic. Okay. We will look back on this, especially if this wedge resolves to the upside in a few months, and we will be like, please, God, never let me go through a chop range, shakeout range of death like this ever again. I've been in financial markets for years. This has been the most frustrating, like, giga wedge of all time. For somebody who's not looking to actively trade, having to talk about this range every single day for 5 months has sucked. But it's becoming increasingly more clear that as much as they're trying to shake you out, there is demand for the orange coin in the 50s.
A lot of it.
There is no,
Study
you can't really
Max.
argue that at this point. Yes.
I will take it from here and continue. So, looking at this weekly candle, guys, and obviously there is still like I'm anticipating moves. It's not confirmed until confirmed. But if we reclaim 60K, imagine how the weekly candle is going to look like. It still has 3 days to go and plus the rest of the day. So still lots of time. But imagine if we close this way on the weekly. Now, the question then is, it's just the first week of August. If this is a reclaim on the weekly, what's going to happen in the next 3 weeks, right? Do you think that we will just stay ranging here? Or are we going to shoot up higher? And if so, how is the monthly going to look like?
That monthly candle would look hysterical.
That monthly candle could engulf the past 5 months, 5 monthly candles and close at 80K. And that is my base case scenario. And I bought the very bottom of that wick.
Wait, you said your base case. Let me just, I want to make sure I heard you correctly, because I think there's probably some people in the audience that want to make sure they heard what you just said. Jackus, did you just say your base case is for this month, the August monthly candle, to completely engulf the previous 5 monthly candles and close upwards of 80K by the end of this month?
It's possible, yes.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
I don't
want to
know
know
if
what
he
we're
closed
talking
at
about.
80K this month.
What are we talking
bro.
about?
Like, what?
I mean, I could understand wanting to talk about it, but then I still go back to the age-old question: what are we even talking about? You know, I understand
All
the
it
impulse to want
needs-
to talk about it.
All it needs is a little push.
You mean a lot of liquidity? A lot.
Oh, it's
of
getting
liquidity.
Study
the perfect
Janet Yellen.
bidding is- CZ is bidding Bitcoin from prison, man. That's pretty much.
He's
the
not
best.
allowed to bid till he gets out. That's why Bitcoin dipped.
CZ, the wealthiest man in crypto, is coming back, and Yellen is about to manipulate TradFi up and up.
And FTX creditors are getting repaid 12 billion.
And XRP has regulatory clarity. Jackus, you
Rough.
said a long time ago that XRP getting regulatory clarity might actually start the altcoin bull market.
Who could have foreseen?
I mean, ETH bottoms in, so I could see that being a potential. I would just say this: like this is your time to accumulate, and then once you accumulate, then you can go ahead and you can sell a lot in 2026. In my opinion,
I was about to press you on your pronunciation there, Will. I'm happy that you did it twice, so I knew you were joking.
CZ's principles, study them.
Are you guys front running
FDUSD,
B
that's
and
CZ's
B?
principle, man. 10% of Bitcoin volume today is by FDUSD Bitcoin pair. So CZ is bidding from prison.
I don't know that, you know, that things aren't going to still be bumpy here, but I know that from where I'm looking for Bitcoin to go and crypto to go, like the prices here are good. They're good prices. Check price, good price, number go up, right?
Tucker,
And-
I'm sorry, Will. Tucker, I'm sending you a picture I need you to put on your chart. Can you check?
Right.
You check your text. Sorry, Will. Keep going.
Oh,
it's not the picture of
my
my high school picture.
Oh, first of all,
But,
this you still owe me money for saying this. I know you're trying to use my word without using it, but every time someone says anything close to mega demand, then yeah. So that's Chef Jackus serving up the
Who made
roadmap
it?
for
Z
Janet Yellen.
or Megapixel? Who made it? Megapixel or Z?
No, that was me. I made that on Snapchat.
Wow.
Here we go.
Good
with
job.
Snapchat.
Can you
Hold on,
make it a
is-
little bigger, Tucker, like the full screen? Just like so you can see. It looks like Chef Jackus is preparing a Philly cheesesteak for Her Excellency Janet Yellen. So
You see the problem with this picture, right?
Hmm.
Do you not see Sam Bankman in the back right there?
Dude, this guy.
Fresh out of prison, watching him cook.
Look, he's cooking down here, and then you see the candles, and then Granny yelling, "Boom!"
her head is support.
She
You can see
She's gonna get served, guys. She's gonna get
So-
served. And this is the alpha, not the charts. This.
this is the
But what happens when it reaches Sam Bankman over on the right?
I think he might
we
be
got time.
support too, man. I think he
got
might be
time.
support.
We got time. We got time. I wouldn't worry about it. We got time.
Let's make this white.
We
Yeah.
got-
I think he's gonna be.
and there you go.
support.
Hey, I like that. There you go. Goes right into his head. Bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
look at
there-
the
no, there
look
it
at
is.
the perfect sautéing of that meat. You know,
Oh,
he's
shit.
just serving up Janet. I mean, Janet's watching. She's probably watching Market Check right now, being like, "Okay, I know what I need to do. We're gonna
Hey.
stimulate."
Uriah said it perfectly. He said we need an NFT collection of this. 10,000 collection.
Yeah, study Chef Jackus.
Oh shit, boys. The golden card is Sam Bankman. Yeah, I like how that's drawn out. I like it goes right into Sam Bankman's head, right at the end, and that's the next bear market going into his head. So I like this. This is a good setup.
We are about to go to 500 people live on YouTube. We are
Hey.
making numbers here.
And they're just
I
studying
suppose-
this picture.
And they're studying this picture.
Look
And
at
we are-
Tanner's
So
comment.
the Does that mean my skibidi-bidi-bidi-poo coin goes up or down?
Oh my god.
Look at Tanner's comment. Highlight his comment.
Wait.
No. Tanner. There you go.
Yes, these are the ones today. Yeah. Oh
That's
man.
bad, man. That's bad.
No, but no, I like where this is heading. Here's the thing, guys. Like I'm so over this fucking range. Like I was at Disney and I wasn't even having a fun time. I'm not a Disney adult, so I wasn't gonna have a fun
You didn't
time
have
anyway.
fun at Disney?
But I was just like I was cussing and people were looking at me and I was cussing.
I'm just
We are-
picturing Will like
wait.
in the corner looking at TradingView, just like swearing at his phone, and then someone like grips their 5-year-old daughter and like pulls her in closer. They're like, "Sorry, honey, that was inappropriate."
Guys,
There was a bunch of kids. Good.
we are filling. Do you know what we are filling? Not another man's. What we are filling
What are we filling?
is a CME gap.
Oh, the double gap.
The double gap, or never
Okay,
before
wait,
happened.
here we go. Max, can you study the first rate cuts on gold in 2007 after the ETF launch? And you can use the indicator US Fed rate cut review. I think Bitcoin is doing this PA in a sped up fashion. All right, brother, let's do it. Let's do it right now.
I think 07's look, I won't lie, bro. I think we are in the up only phase for now, but I think 08's coming in 2026. I think people are going to get obliterated in 2026. Maybe even into 2025.
US Fed rate cut review. Okay, let's try that. US Fed.
Yes. Before you cook, Max, guys, I just checked the like button. Jekis was not pleased. Jekis was not pleased. I hope you do better next time, because I was gonna cook. I checked the like button bad. Jekis not pleased. Jekis gonna leap. So bye, guys.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's fire it up.
He said bye, guys, and left.
There he goes.
So I don't know what this indicator you suggested is, but I will put Fed funds down below. Okay, so this looks like it just maps out when there's cuts, basically. Something like that. I don't think we need that. We can just use the effective federal funds rate. All right, let's do this. So here's the gold ETF. All right, and what we're going to do is we are going to put the corn. We're going to put the corn over here. I'm going to keep that. We're going to use this one. All right, let's put it on the 3-day because you said it's sped up. We can delete these. Okay. And we're going to put the Fed funds down below. Don't need all this junk. All right. So you are saying to me that we are potentially doing what the gold ETF did, but maybe sped up. So I would assume that you're thinking we're okay. So let's just mark this up, see if we can figure out where we're at. So here's this. Here's this. Could this be your chop range of death right here? Is this what you're talking about? Right as we're getting to the end of the Fed cycle? Something like this? I mean, I would think that's what you're talking about. We're somewhere. Let me see. So if that's the bottom, let's mark out the pause, the whole pause.
We're not quite at exit liquidity levels yet. That comes later.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I could see this for sure. So if we're front running it, which by the way, I do think we probably are front running what happened, like globally, everything. A lot of evidence to suggest that this most recent drop in VIX spike so drop in global markets and then VIX spike, is basically just us front running the obvious. So let's get this out of log and we'll look at it like this.
You know what's funny, Max? We did the same thing in 2023. We front ran September in 2023 too.
Let's just throw this over the top and just see what happens. Oh, study this. Tucker, are you looking at this? Tucker would love this.
Man, yeah, sorry. I was just cooking up something on the little COVID comparison. You know how it is. But anyway.
Dude, I already know you love this, Tucker. Damn. Look at this
So
thing.
that is gold and Bitcoin.
Yeah,
And
this is the
Fed's
gold
on.
ETF, and then Bitcoin. And the idea here is that we are kind of front running these cuts, and we're doing it right here. I see it. I totally see it.
I mean, even the first when you started cutting for gold, like it went straight up.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I mean?
As soon as you got that cut, you went vertical.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean,
we don't even need to be front running it. We can be right on time and it's fine.
literally.
When you get done, Max, can I get the chart when you're done?
Yeah. So it's
You
like
finish.
I mean, you could even make the case that like this is where we're at, right here. And we're about like we're doing, I mean, you could basically say that we're about to do like this, you know. You don't even need to front run it. You could just straight up do wait, hang on. So it would basically be like we're about to do this shit right here as we get cuts. That'd be so epic. I mean, look at what the gold ETF did as soon as you got cuts. Vertical.
Guys, hang on.
Damn.
Hang on. This also needs to be that's good, but this needs to be studied on the low time frames. Like, are we seriously running COVID on a low time frame right now? Like, actually though, like
That's actually a good setup. I like it.
like
I'm
this
going to show
looks
you, Tucker. I'm taking the chart back. Look at this. Is literally
No.
COVID, bro.
He's not taking a chart. Yeah, we
but you
look.
got to get even more granular.
All
Like,
right,
look
let's
at
get
this.
granular then.
Look at
Let's
look
get
at
granular.
this. Look at this. Right?
What are we talking about?
What?
I just want to point out what bears are really hoping for,
What
and then I
happened
want to hear
afterwards?
from Tommy, because I feel like Tommy's just been in the shadows.
Oh shit!
No, he's not bearish, bro. He's not bearish.
I want to hear his take though.
He got what he was looking for, bro.
No, I think me and him have similar ideas here. I just want to see if it aligns. The whole pit roll before you go type maneuver.
I can confirm 100% after the notification that I just got that he is not bearish.
No, I don't think he's bearish. I'm not bearish either. I think that there's potential for a rejection.
Tucker, did you see that text?
Yeah. Why do you think we're ripping right now? Why do you think we're ripping?
Tommy's on the buttons.
Tommy is on the buttons right now.
Tommy has liquidity and he's on the buttons. Guys.
Oh man, look
This
out!
is not a drill. This is not a drill.
I think you're literally like right here.
If Bitcoin
Show me how that resolves now, Tucker. Let's go to the right.
You want to see how it resolves?
Of course I do.
I can't even get that high.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I mean,
study log mode, Tucker.
Study the bottom being in, dude. What are we talking about? That's all you need to know is that you're probably going to do some garbage until like September.
That's not happening.
I mean, it could be fine, but like this is the 35-minute time frame. We can deal with that. That's fine. That's fine. This is the 6 hour. It works. Trust me, it works.
You know what would be crazy is like my riot calls. I haven't even looked at them. Like my riot calls basically got cooked on that drop. You know, if somehow they come back from the dead, I don't know what they're priced at. I'm refusing to look at them because they're zero or hero calls.
Well, I
And
thought
said
you
I would-
yeeted them.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't eat them, bro. I'm
Oh, I
diamond
thought
handing
you
those
just
naked calls.
wrote them off to zero, basically.
Yeah, in my head, I was like, when I took them, I said this is 0 or 200x. And I was once we had the last drop, I was like, all right, they're cooked. They're totally cooked. If somehow they come back from the dead and Bitcoin goes into price discovery this month, oh my gosh.
Oh, this is gonna be juicy, guys. Hang on. You're gonna have to bear with me.
Don't say bear with you. It's not allowed.
I know. It's a banned word. We're almost there, guys. Okay. It's really like this is how that would play out.
Wow.
From the I think I took it from like right here, yeah.
I will say this: Rivian is a great risk-on barometer from what I've seen, and they're already pressing my resistance right now. So we'll see if they can flip it today.
There you go. Yeah, September. September is the beginning. Study verticality.
Wow.
Study $270,000 by mid-September. Jeez. Wait, hang on. Yeah. Jack is 87K by the end of August. Who could have foreseen? Wait, he's gone. Damn it. He missed all that. He'll be right if that happens.
That's wild, man.
Wait, what? Somebody said 88 likes. Is that right?
No. They got to
That's not
refresh.
317. I just liked it, by the way.
Wow.
Okay. Yes, Manish, I do like our own stream because I truly like it. So why would I not? I mean, maybe this is a little hyperbolic. Hang on. I don't know. I still think you're really right there, though. Good enough. That look plausible? What do you guys want to look at?
Yeah, I'm playing around with this gold fractal. I'm really happy that someone called that out to me. That's really interesting.
Man. Study the boys club today. Hang on. Let's take off the title, though. Do you bid that chart? I mean, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, dude, I'll bid that. I'll bid that chart 10 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. When did we get another super chat? Did someone give us one? I feel like I saw one a second ago.
Yeah, it was just
Mr.
somebody talking
W.
about how people can't hit a like button because they want me to sit here and monologue tomorrow for like 3 hours on why they should hit the like button because it's not freaking hard.
People not hitting the like button are like people who don't use their turn signal while driving, too lazy to move a finger. Funny point. Funny and true. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, someone said, when will PEPE move? When will PEPE move? PEPE is going to move when we get when the market has absolute confidence that one, Bitcoin is going to continue to rip. Therefore, ETH is going to either rip or get dragged up kicking and screaming by Bitcoin. Then PEPE, the premier large cap ETH beta, will follow with haste. So it's getting real close. Like it's going to pop here. Bitcoin goes above 60K and ETH goes above like, let's just say 2,600. Yeah, PEPE is going to mark up pretty quick. That's going to happen. So
Yeah, same chart. Literally the same chart.
yeah,
Bitcoin's hesitating here, man. That's what I was talking about.
hesitating.
Yeah, it's hesitating.
It's called a dramatic pause before a face rip, Will. You know that.
Needs to flip that 60K range, 60.5.
Will, are you bearish, brother?
No, I think it's going to be a higher low structure. I'm just saying, like, if you want to get a buy, make sure you buy it if it does dip.
Hold up. So
For buys only, not selling.
Hold on, Will. Hold on now. So you think, tell me if this drawing is going to be accurate. You want a higher low. Oh no, I'm on like the 2 second. So you want to see what this? Something like that?
Yeah. Maybe a little higher.
Will.
Maybe a little higher.
Study that being the higher low.
No, it's not. Look, draw the resistance 60.5. Just draw. You can even do it on the weekly high time frame, all the way across the highs. You fell below clear resistance, so yeah. So do the highs on the left side.
There's that.
Yeah. No.
Will the bear.
Take where it's not a bear. It's not a bear's take.
Will the bear.
Will's bear.
Scroll out more. Scroll out more.
And Will the bear.
Scroll out more. Scroll out more. Now take that line all the way to the left.
What, you want this?
Top one. Nope. Top one. Yeah. You gotta flip those two areas right there. So the one you're hesitating at right now, and then 65, and then it's up only from there. If you can recapture all that range.
Yeah, I think you also just gotta flip this gap, right? Like,
yeah, that's probably what they're filling too. I think they're filling the gap.
Yeah.
The problem is with gap fills is like once they fill them, it's like what the fuck are they gonna do from there? And that's where you got to be careful because if they fill that gap and reject, that thing's gonna roll right back down to the lows.
A full fill though,
49, but
a full fill would be 62.5. That would be well back within the range.
No, I think ideally still 65 flip is the biggest resistance, but ultimately it'll bring you up to where you're in a safe distance above 60 for sure. What do you think, Tommy? On a potential,
I don't know that we're coming back, man. Not at this point, I'll be honest. Like 58.5 was kind of that level for Bitcoin. I was looking at ETH accepting above 2,500 is a pretty significant shift, in my opinion. And I know Jackus was talking about this fractal a few weeks ago, right? That NASDAQ fractal on ETH specifically. I think that's probably what we could be seeing. where you're seeing that really harsh deviation with a quick bounce back. Just kind of the vibes I'm kind of picking up on for majors at this moment. So I'm also not ready to say that the ETH Bitcoin bottom is in. We can see like 0.038, but I think that ETH looks really good here. Majors look really good here. So yeah, no, I mean, we could potentially have some turbulence at like what 60 to 62K, but
That's what I'm saying.
as a whole, I think the market's bouncing back much more strongly than I anticipated.
Like, I guess when I describe this, when we say the bottom is in, I think 49K is your low, right? Like, I don't think you're retesting that. But I guess what I'm stating is that you could get a little opportunity here, an opportunity for a slight pullback into maybe mid 50s if we end up rejecting at 60.
I could see that.
That's more of what I'm talking. I guess that's bearish, and I guess that's me being a bear. But
Will the bear?
I don't think that would be
bearish.
Will the bear?
I'm looking at support and resistance, and I'm like, okay, where are we at? And we're under resistance, so I have to acknowledge that. I ignored it too much already, too many times, so I'm just gonna ignore the obvious levels. I'm just going TA.
Don't
bro.
let this be you, brother. Don't let this be you.
That's not me, man. That's not me. I'm not selling like these other people are doing and claiming that they're doing, and then rebuying lower. I'm not one of those people.
Bet more. Will.
This is Tommy right now.
I'll be the ball.
He's back.
We did close the hedges at the nick of time. I will say that, man.
Did you get out your NVIDIA short? Because I don't know if that thing is not really your NVIDIA short.
Yeah, I'm not short anymore, man. I really haven't been trading perps at all.
That shit looks like it's bouncing
for a reason,
bro.
Boys, we are so back. Tommy just says I'm not short anymore, man.
Tommy just took the hedges off the board and we ripped. What are we talking about here?
Oh,
we lifted.
Pull up my screen real quick, Tucker, because I wanted to talk about NVIDIA real fast. Yeah, I was gonna say if you're still in the short, bro, that's not gonna be good because they dipped the low and then they fucking ran it as support. So
yeah,
you don't want to see that shit if you're short, because this shit looks like it wants to just gradually go right back up. It looks like it's gonna do one of those float maneuvers with NVIDIA, and then if NVIDIA is gonna rip, yeah, I would say that. Even though I got thought I was going to get wrecked in here, I would say that this thing's probably going to run too. Rivian looks like it's going to run. Lucid's the only questionable one. It's kind of hesitating in the mid-range. Isn't even coming close to resistance here. IWN's picking up a little bit. I did draw this a while ago. I don't know if it actually plays out. The whole parabola move right here is... but I think I think GME's low is in. I drew this out a while ago. And I was like, okay, they'll probably retest right in here. And that was obviously your previous resistance. They came down, tapped it perfectly. And I think that there's a good chance Jamie is going to rip off of this right into there. So, like, a lot of this shit is looking really set. Honestly, like, I think if you want to be, like, super, like, balls to the walls bullish, I would say long stocks and spot crypto. And you'll have better odds at getting really good positioning. I would not be trying to fucking long crypto. Like, you are going to get chopped the hell up trying to do that. So I think long do calls on stocks and do spot on crypto. And I think that's your safest way to play this market right now. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that, but
you don't need leverage to play crypto to the long side, man. You really don't.
Yeah. Yeah, you can easily just spot buy crypto. Don't even fucking bother gambling, and it's literally just gambling at this point with crypto leverage positions, especially in this volatile range. So I think like you have better odds just being like, all right, I'm gonna put some calls on PayPal or some calls on Rivian or Lucid or whatever, and just running them. And Tesla, a lot of them are looking really ripe. GME looks, I know a lot of people think it's a gamble, but it looks really fucking good here. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good for a long position. I would think I was just a little too early to that trade. But ideally, I think like that's going to be your best way to make money. I think if you do calls on stocks, you will be able to keep up crypto spot positions. I think easily be able to keep up with them.
We're pumping.
Yeah, man, we timed that pretty well, I gotta say.
Tommy.
Maybe some shots here on Friday.
Hats off to Jackets and Tommy on the play. I've been right along a lot of this way, but like definitely was wrong at the top here. Definitely was wrong up here. I'll be the first one to admit it.
Well, if we go up from here, then I'm sure none of us will be hurting. So lots of opportunities coming up. It looks
We
like.
had a little puppets pump yesterday, Tommy.
Did we?
Is
I'm
my
trying
mic
to-
bad?
Ever so slightly.
Trying to turn my brain off with puppets and just not look at them at all.
Oh yeah, my brain is off with the puppets.
Is my mic good, guys? Because
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because man, I love Cat says my mic is horrendous. Maybe it's just my voice. I'm a little raspy. Temperature change between California and Vegas, obviously, and then dry weather versus moist weather. Right? Moisturized in California, not so moisturized in Vegas.
We're moisturized out here in Kansas, brother. Very moisturized. Yes.
Gotcha.
Dude, I'm excited. I'm just studying the market right now.
I like the
Same.
PayPal play right now too. This is something else I'm kind of ideally looking at, but I like how this build up's working out pretty well here. I was a bidor down in this range. This has been the most boring spot trade I've been in a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I bought ahead of ARK. So thank you for buying my bags, ARKK. But I will say this has been the most horrendous, boring shit I've ever seen. But I think that PayPal is looking to do a face ripper too. I think I might switch this. I might just say fuck it and switch it to calls and just cut my spot positions because I think that looking at this is looking pretty juicy. Pretty
And what is
juicy
it-
for a big breakout.
It's been a
What's it
long
at right
time
now?
I traded that stock.
64.
That does
I
look
think-
pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think you're getting really close here to being in a. I think if you do a multi-month call position, you'll be in a good spot. Ideally, so
Yeah. Max, what do you
That
think about
box
this
is
comment?
Yeah, X.
What comment?
The one on the screen, brother.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably more like Q2, Q3, brother. But yeah, next year, God willing,
what next year? What the bear
buy
market?
a house, get the opportunity
bear
to buy a
market.
house.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the bear market in 2020, into 2025, 2026? What's your guys' prediction on the bear market? That's mine.
Like timing?
Yeah, I think Q4, Q1, somewhere's in there of 2025, Q4 or Q1 of 2026 for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking Q3, Q4 next year. Simple. We got about 12 months from like right now, in my opinion.
What are you, Tommy?
For as far as bullish timing,
Next bear market.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I don't want to speculate on that. I don't know.
Dang, we couldn't get a speculative date. Doesn't have
No,
to be.
I have a lot of thesis on that, so I'm not gonna.
What's your
have to-
highest conviction thesis? I'm gonna keep
Probably.
down.
I'd probably say like 2026, 2027.
Like Q1. Okay. All right. 2026, 2027, huh? So like Q4, Q1. What are we talking here? That's a pretty broad area.
You're asking me for an exact date, man. I don't know.
No, that's not exact day. That's a quarter. That's a quarter.
I'm telling you, I know that I don't know.
Okay. All right. Max.
But
what are you
I do
thinking?
think in general we'll probably trade with liquidity cycles, right? And the liquidity cycle is not expected to top until like 2026 or 2027. So I'm kind of looking for that.
What's your thoughts, Max?
Ask the question again.
When do you think the next theoretical bear market comes? 2026, 2027, 2025?
I mean, it's tough to say, right? I think your Bitcoin bear market probably comes sometime next year. Like you'll see a big correction later next year for Bitcoin, like really, really big. I think for equities, it can be pushed out a little bit further potentially. But I don't know, right? I mean, I'm just going to play the levels and continue to look at the charts every single day and let the levels decide when we're in a bull market versus a bear market. But I also agree with something that Wabi said where, we are, and there's data to back this up. Like we are in a new regime as it comes to markets where the bear markets are a lot quicker than they used to be, So the Ponzi has become more efficient. So a bear market in the future might be a 25% correction over 30 days, and then a V recovery. And I'm serious. Like that literally might be the new sort of paradigm. They might not let the market healthfully correct, and eventually there will be consequences for that. But I'm not really thinking about like a high time frame bear market quite yet. So I think we've got some time. But those are some thoughts.
I will say, I think the next recession will not be a recession. It will be a depression because of all of these ways that we are suppressing volatility in the market and mitigating risk. It's all going to come at once, and it's probably going to be really bad whenever it does happen, but it's probably not yet.
You guys love to talk around my questions. So you literally just circled the entire question versus answering.
Yeah, I just came out and gave an answer, guy.
That's what I did. Like it's not like we were gonna hold you to it.
Here?
We're just discussing. We're just talking, right? We're just talking about it.
Tucker's going full autist right now, man. This is epic.
Like Max, where did you do these from? Having to what?
Brother, that's proprietary.
I know this one was a doc here, call it there, whatever. But where did you do it from?
You wouldn't get it, bro.
I haven't even marked out the halvings on a chart.
I'll show you. But we do have to wrap the show up, guys. We got to
Before we wrap it up, everybody in the comments section, study circling a question. Just study it, right? Avoid answering it by talking around it. That's
Will, you asked,
it's okay to say you don't know.
Will, you asked a ridiculous question, bro.
I don't think I think if you go off Bitcoin's history, it's not ridiculous. I think just the patterns speak for themselves.
You asked when the next bear market would be, brother. If I knew that, I'd be a gorillionaire. I wouldn't be on YouTube every single day. I would be literally on my yacht.
I've literally been playing. I've been playing. I mean, yes, you'd have to play the levels, but I've been playing these cycles based on 4-year cycles, 3 up, 1 down, and it's played out beautifully every time so far.
I'll be taking profits in 2025. I'll let you know when. Follow the channel and follow my Twitter. You'll know when I'm out.
I have to be part of the Giga Chads to figure this out.
No, I'll tell them on Twitter. I'll tell them on Twitter. They're just everyone will turn on me then. They'll be like, bro, we're going up forever. And I'll be like, yeah, mate, I hope you're right, but I'm good. It'll be next year sometime. They love you when you're bullish. They hate you when you're bearish. I know how Twitter works, but there's a lot of times
in 2022. They hated me.
Tommy was public enemy number 1 last week.
Short it.
Yeah. They wanted to put Tommy in the electric chair last week, and they wanted me to push the button, and I was considering it. I was like, Tommy, please just be bullish already, bro. I just kept saying, I just want to be bullish with my boys. That's it. That's all I want in life. All right, Tommy, you want to take us out?
Yes, I will.
All
right, guys. Well, that concludes today's episode of Market Check. We are ripping today, right? ETH and Bitcoin are absolutely sending. The equity markets are rebounding incredibly nicely as well. What will we get into Friday? Well, after a day like today, I'm kind of leaning probably a little bit more chop, but the next few days, the next few weeks should be a positive given the response that we've had off this low. But yeah, guys, a few housekeeping notes. Study ambiguity. Yeah, a little bit. I think it's okay, though, to say sometimes that you don't know. Like, you don't always have to be 100% certain all the time. But yeah, guys, a reminder that we have launched our brand new hedge fund, BB Wealth Management. That is a digital asset focused fund where we look to capture the asymmetric upside that crypto historically returns. Oh gosh, there's a really loud plane by me. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
I can hear that.
you can hear it. Yeah, it's really loud. But we also
Was it
look
in your
to
living
manage
room?
the risks, along with any financial market. So if becoming an LP or an accredited investor is something that interests you, we do have information linked in the description of this video below. We absolutely crushed this move as a fund, so I'm going to pat ourselves on the back. Many are probably not so lucky to have the opportunities now that we have afforded ourselves. But if you are interested in joining our fund, like I said, as an LP or accredited investor, we do have more information linked in the description below. Not to forget the BB Academy, guys, which we launched about 3 or 4 months ago. It is a comprehensive trading course featuring all of the guys on the team. We took a lot of time to put that together for you guys, and you can get a glimpse into not just how we trade the market, but also how we analyze things, how we approach our trades, how we approach charts. Invaluable information, whether or not you're trying to, start your educational base or whether you're trying to reach trading mastery. I cannot recommend that course enough. And like I said, we also have that linked in the description below. Soon, however, we will have another product, guys, the BB Terminal. It looks fantastic. We are so excited to bring that to you guys here in a few weeks. So keep an eye out for that. I promise you are going to love it. It's probably, it's going to continue to improve over the coming weeks, but we've worked really hard on it. And I really think it's going to be something that you incorporate into your trading on a variety of time frames. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. We are really, really excited for that one. Our programming, guys, if you enjoyed Market Check today was a bit hectic because the markets were so green, but we do go live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's every Monday through Friday on the weekdays. So make sure to continue to tune in and check us out and hit the like button if you're so obliged. We always appreciate when you do. We got it. I mean, I'm going to hold you guys to a higher standard with the like button probably tomorrow, maybe next week. But yeah, Monday you crushed it. Today we couldn't even show you the soybeans chart. So I'm expecting you guys to up your performance, especially if the markets start ripping, because God knows we're going to continue cooking for you guys and doing the best that we can to do that. But not to forget Market Talk, hosted by the legendary King Wabi. That is a Twitter space. Think of it like very much a fireside chat. The theme of the conversation is going to be very much based on the guests that speak. So make sure to check that out. If you enjoyed Market Check, it's the perfect way to kind of close out your day, especially if you're an American. If you're a European, it might be a little bit late, but could be the perfect nightcap, the perfect way to end your day. But that's it from us. We hope that you all had a fantastic day so far. I mean, happy green morning, right? And we hope that you have a fantastic rest of your week, but we will be back tomorrow morning, bright and early. And yeah, thanks again, as always, and stay safe.